Perceptions, sensations, and sufferings of spirits. Question. Does the soul, when it has returned into the world of spirits, still possess the perceptions it possessed in the earthly life? Answer. Yes, and others which it did not possess in that life, because its body acted as a veil which obscured them. Intelligence is an attribute of spirit, but it is manifested more freely when not hindered by the trammels of flesh. Question. Are the perceptions and knowledge of, in a word, do they know everything? There's something wrong with that sentence. Anyway, the answer is, the nearer they approach to perfection, the more they know. Spirits of the higher orders possess a wide range of knowledge. Those of the lower orders are more or less ignorant in regard to everything. Question. Do spirits comprehend the first principle of things? Answer. That depends on their degree of elevation and of purity. Inferior spirits know no more than men. Question. Do spirits perceive duration as we do? Answer. No, and this is why you do not always understand us when you seek to fix dates and epochs. Okay, now we come to the author's words. The life of spirits is exterior to the ideal of time as perceived by us. The idea of duration may be said to be annihilated. For them, ages, which seem so long to us, appear to them only as so many instants lapsing into eternity. Just as the inequalities of the earth's surface are effaced and disappear beneath the gaze of the astronaut as he mounts into space. Question. Do spirits take a truer and more precise view of present than we do? Answer. Their view, in comparison with yours, is pretty much what eyesight is in comparison with blindness. They see what you do not see. They judge, therefore, otherwise than you do. But we must remind you that this depends on their degree of elevation. Question. How do spirits acquire the knowledge of the past, and is this knowledge without limits for them? Answer. The past, when we turn our attention to it, is perceived by us as though it were present, exactly as in the case with you, when you call to mind something which may have struck you in the course of your present exile, with this difference, however, that as our view is no longer obscured by the material veil which covers your intelligence, we remember things that are at present effaced from your memory. But spirits do not know everything, for example, their creation. Question. Do spirits foresee the future? Answer. That, again, depends on their degree of advancement. Very often they foresee it only partially, but even when they foresee it more clearly, they are not always permitted to reveal it. When they foresee it, it appears to them to be present. A spirit sees the future more clearly in proportion as he approaches God. After death, the soul sees and embraces at a glance all its past immigrations, but it cannot see what God has in store for it. This foreknowledge is only possessed by the soul that has attained to entire union with God after a long succession of existences. Question. Do spirits arrive at absolute perfection? Do spirits arrived at absolute perfection possess the complete knowledge of the future? Answer. Complete is not the word, for God alone is the sovereign master, and none can attain to equality with him. Question. Do spirits see God? Answer. Only spirits of the highest order see and understand him. Spirits of lower order feel and divine him. Question. When a spirit of lower degree says that such and such a thing is permitted to him or forbidden by God, how does he know that such ordering is really by him? Answer. He does not see God, but he feels his sovereignty, and when anything is not to be done or said, he feels a sort of intuition, an invisible warning, which commands him to abstain. Are not you yourself sometimes conscious of a secret impression enjoining on you, or do you not to do, for you to do or not to do, as the case may be? It is the same thing with us, but in a higher degree, for you can easily understand that, the essence of spirits being more subtle than yours, they are better able to receive the divine monitions. Question. Are the divine commands transmitted to each spirit directly by God or through the intermediary of other spirits? Answer. Those commands do not come direct from God. In order to communicate directly with God, a spirit must have made himself worthy of such communication. God transmits his orders through spirits of higher degree of wisdom and purity. Question. Is spirit sight circumscribed as is the sight of corporal beings? Answer. No, it resides in them. Question. Do spirits require light in order to see? Answer. They see of themselves and have no need for any exterior light. There is for them no other darkness than that in which they may be made to find themselves as expiations. Question. Do spirits need to travel in order to see two different points? Can they, for instance, see the two hemispheres of the globe at the same time? Answer. As spirits transport themselves from point to point with the rapidity of thought, they may be said to see everywhere at the same time. A spirit's thought may radiate at the same moment on many different points, but this faculty depends on his purity. The more impure the spirit, the narrower is his range of sight. It is only the higher spirits who can take in a whole at a single glance. And now the author. The faculty of vision among spirits is a property inherent in their nature and which resides in their whole being, as light resides in every part of the luminous body. It is a sort of universal lucidity, which extends to everything, which embraces at once time, space, and things, and in relation to which darkness or material obstacles have no existence. And a moment's reflection shows us that this must necessarily be the case. In the human being, sight being produced by the play of an organ acted upon by light, it follows that without light man finds himself in darkness. But the faculty of vision being an attribute of the spirit himself, interdependent of any exterior agent, spirit sight is independent of light.